Hey everyone. Hey, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. If you're coming in, I want you to type I can, I will, I budget. When you come in, I want you to type I can, I will, I budget. So if you're catching me on live the first time, I am Shawn, your personal financial coach. So you know I come giving you ways to improve your money management skills, right? So we get those debt monkeys off your back. So if you're coming in for the first time and your first time viewing, put #1 or put a number 1 and let me know so I can come back and love on you. If you're catching a replay, put #replay. Go ahead and share this out. And so I'm going to talk about all things all money controllers do the last day of each month. So if you're a money controller, if you're a part of my tribe, you know that we spend with intention and we save on purpose, right? So we're all about money control. So if you're a money controller, put #money control, right? So all things that we do at the end of each month. So put #money control. We control our money. We don't let our money control us. So I hope you can hear me. I'm sitting on a porch trying to catch this breeze because it's hot in Kentucky. And when I say it's hot because I'm cold natured. So things that we do the last day of each month. So before I hop in on that, make sure that you sign up for my free challenge. Is rolling out July the 8th. It's free selfish savings challenge. So if you have a problem, you have some struggles, you have a crazy relationship with your money, then this is an opportunity to jump on that challenge because we're going to be selfish in savings. Like, you know what? Our purse comes first. We give everybody else our money and then we keep the leftovers. No, what we're going to do is learn how to pay ourselves first and everybody else comes next. #my purse comes first, right? So again, you want to join me on that free challenge. It's 21 days, right? So we already know anything that we do consistently for 21 days forms a habit. So I want you to get a habit of saving some money. It's all right to spend. Oops. It's all right to spend. It's all right to spend, but make sure you save something. So if you got $10, save $5, spend $5, right? Save something, right? Because when life happens, when Murphy and his laws show up, hey, you don't have to stress about money. All you have to do is pull from your reserve. So the things that all money controllers do the last day of the month, number 1, we sit down, right? We sit down and we make assessments to our budget. And so a lot of times you'd be like, Shawn, I'm done with my budget for the upcoming month, but the last day is very critical, right? Number 1, you can still push. So if you have not made your financial goal or your projections, saying that, you know, your income projection, saying I want to bring in this amount, this is the time to hustle like no other. The clock has not stopped, right? A lot of times we're like, oh, it's the last day of the month, and we didn't make our projection, we didn't make, you know, our side hustle model, and so we just stopped the last day. No, it's not 12 o'clock yet. So go ahead, make those sales, make those calls. If you are doing a side hustle, maybe DoorDash, maybe, you know, Uber or Lyft or whatnot, go ahead and start pushing to midnight. You know, if you're in paparazzi, hey, have a pop sale, right? The last day. Sometimes we say it's the last day of the month, and you know what we do? We stop. We just stop. Like, okay, the next month is new. We just start back over, but it's not midnight yet. So we can still make those sales. So last day we go back and we make assessments to our budget. We really look and say, okay, we projected that we needed maybe $2 grand, 4K or 10 grand. And we're looking at says, you know what? We didn't make that. So we go back and make assessments. We go back and look at our categories. What did you do in your budget? And so if you have not got my money control planner, it's on Amazon, right? And so you do have a category in here, right, or column in here where you say what you budget for and what was the actual. So if you budget like $200 for grocery and you actually spent $150, what did you do with that $50? Did you say that was free money? No, that's opportunity money where you go and you put it to your savings or pay it on your debt monkeys. If you say your grocery budget for $200 and it was $300, why was you over budget? Is it that you didn't have coupons? Maybe family members came in. What happened that made you even go under or over budgeting? So you definitely want to go back and make your actual, because a lot of times what we do is we just start month after month and we did not go back and make assessment. And so I'm always looking at, you know what, when you really go back and put your actual in there, you be like, man, you know what, I had enough money. Or I'm like, man, I need to control my spending. But a lot of times we just do a budget and we don't go back and put that eye line end where it says actual. And so when you put actual and you continue to really track your actual spending, that means maybe you have to up your budget, because remember, budget is a projection. And so a lot of times what we don't do is go back and make assessments. And if you don't have my money control planner, I have you plug this in. And so it says, okay, so in your budget, you probably say, you know what, and I work with a lot of budgets, so I see a lot of things, and I say, okay, are you going to buy anything new? Right, this is July, this is with June. Are you going to buy anything for the holidays? And people say, no, I'm not going to buy myself anything. And then a sale comes up, right, and you go buy it. Well, you got to put it in your budget and go back and say you budget for $0, but you actually spend $15. And so if you keep going over or under budget, your money is getting away from you. And so you got to take some time, get off Facebook, get off social media and start managing your money, right? Start managing your money the right way. So I'm always looking at actual, right? Even if it's not in my budget, what did I actually spend? And so if you have Work Me 101, you know we go find the money. Kind of like when we watch movies and they say, follow the money. Well, that's what you have to do with yourself. Follow the money. Pull those bank statements, pull those credit card statements and say, where did my money really go? Because sometimes we're like, oh my goodness, we use excuses like my employer doesn't make me enough money, and you know, I don't have any money because I got kids and all this stuff. But what are you doing with your money? Because you are responsible for your money. You are responsible. You kind of use them as a scapegoat. How can I see it? Because I've done it, right? If I just only, if I could just only make more money. Well, if I can only, right, if I only control my money, I'd be better off. So make sure that you plug the actual in, you guys, and you start looking at it like, man, crazy. And you start looking at that thing. It's like, man, I didn't budget for it, but I sure did spend it. And then I say I don't have no money to invest. I don't have no money to go nowhere. I don't have no money to do the things that I really, truly desire to do, right? So make sure that you go back and make assessments. Make sure that you go back and do reconcile your bank statement, making sure, let me put this. I've been with the same bank since 1995. Love my bank. I'm not going to say their name because they ain't paying me to say their name. I've been with my bank since 1995. Love my bank, but I don't trust nobody with my money. And so, right? So you got to reconcile your bank. You never know when they're throwing some fees in. A couple of months I shared with my money controllers that this one account that I have went to that, hey, they was charging me. I said, hey, I've been with you in 1995 and right? Because I opened up another account. I said, I've been with you since 1995. I don't never pay fees. And she says, well, you have been grandfathered in. And so when this new system came in, they was going to charge you. I said, baby, close that account. She refunded me my money. She put my money back in my account and I closed that account. You guys, y'all get so comfortable with banks, right? I don't care what type of relationship you have. You got to make sure that it's your money. And if Mary Thomas, one of my money controllers, and so I can say her name, when I made her go back and look at her money, reconcile her bank statement, she found 45 cents. Just think, and how long she's been with this one company was pulling from her bank account 45 cents. I don't care if it's a nickel. I want my nickel. I work hard for my nickel. And if you add that over time, you guys, they're taking your money. Why are you letting people take your money when you work for it? So make sure that you reconcile your bank statement, making sure if you put pen to paper and say, you know what, I should have at least $300 in my account. Make sure you have $300 in your account. Look like item. Make sure that they didn't slick no fees in. I don't care if it's a $3 fee. It is my money. And when we say it's only $3, tell it to a mother who needs to feed their kids, who can take $3 and go to Dollar Tree and buy some pinto beans and a loaf of bread. You guys, we got to get so serious about our money. And you think the wealthy don't sit there and be serious about their money? They don't question, who's dipping in their account. But we that's not on a level. We just like whatever. No, we're gonna be. That's not being a money controller. And that's not surely not being being control of your money. So make sure you check your bank statement, making sure they ain't taking out any fees, right? That they shouldn't be, and making sure that everything that because you have a budget. So your budget should say, okay, I spend money on this and this. And so when you get your bank statement, it should match up with your budget, right? It should say, okay, I know I spent, maybe $50 at, I don't know, Burlington. Well, your bank statement should say that you spent $50 at Burlington. It shouldn't say nothing different. So you guys, that is something that you need to do as well. Third thing that all money controllers do the last day of the month is we sit down and we have a chat. See, we have a chat with Bud, right? We go to the kitchen table, right? And we sit down and say, you know what worked and what didn't work, right? So if you work with me, you already know that I give you strategies how to really control your spending, how to control your impulse buying, how to just control you in general when it comes to your money, how to build a healthy relationship with your money. And so as a money controller, we spend with intention and we save on purpose. It's not that I don't spend, but I'm very intentional about my money because I know if I'm not, my money's going to get away from me and then I'm going to be stressed out, financially stressed. So I sit down at the kitchen table and also on my planner, you guys, those who got my planner, it always talks here. This is the last day. I don't know if y'all can see because I'm outside. It says, did you reach your financial goals for the month? If you said yes, what are some of the things that you did to achieve them? How did it make you feel? So you already know when we do our goals and we reach our goals, man, we're just like, hey, we reached our goals. And so listen, strategies to keep the momentum going and reaching your financial goals for each month. So I said, what are the strategies? So you can keep it going. So if you did it once and it works, then repeat it again month after month, right? And so also it says if you did not, it said if you said no, what are some things that prevented you from reaching your goals? Maybe it's because you didn't really stick to your budget. Maybe, you were sick. It doesn't matter. How did it make you feel, right? We like to reach our goals, and then listen strategies to help you reach your financial goal the next time. Maybe one of the strategies is to get in my Money Control VIP, where I hold you accountable. Maybe you need to get on a call with me so I can help you really build those solid strategies to help you month after month. So those are the 3 things that all money controllers do the last day of the month of each month. So guys, make sure tonight that you go back and make assessments to your budget. Make sure you plug in the actual. So you're like, oh my goodness. Make sure that you look at your bank statement, making sure that you reconcile, making sure that 2 cents that should be in there, right? It's your money. And I'm telling you, if you owe me a penny, I want that penny because I know I got 99 more at home and that makes $1. And $1 can do a lot of things these days, right? And then also make sure you sit at the kitchen table and see what worked, what really worked, what didn't work. Maybe, if you're in business, we got a lot of side hustlers on here and business owners, and say, what didn't work. So if your projection of income was 10K a month, what didn't work? Maybe you didn't make enough contacts. Maybe you didn't do no follow-up calls. What didn't work? And then what did work? It could be on the back end, like, I collaborated with somebody. I went to a networking event. And so we got to look at what didn't work and what did work. How can we make July better than June, and June all the way up to January, right? Because this is mid-month, right? This is the not mid-month, but mid-year, and we got to do something different because everything that we want comes with a cost, right? It comes with a cost. There's nothing free, and there's a lot of things that I want to help people with, but it starts with the house first. The purse comes first, and so I got to make sure that my finances is together before I go out and try to help somebody else, because then when you be starting to get mad and envy and everything like that. And so a lot of people get anxious and get mad when we talk about money, is because they really haven't taken the responsibility or hold themselves accountable how they handle their personal finances. And so those all things money controllers do the last day of each month. Make sure that you hop in on my free selfish savings challenge. Begin July the 8th. It's absolutely free. The deadline to register is July the 6th. So hop on. I'm telling you, my coach was like, don't give it away free, because people don't value free. They ain't gonna show up and they sign up and they expect all this free stuff. But she said people pay, they pay attention, and they pay more attention. But I wanted to help you money controllers. So hey, don't embarrass me. Show up, get to work, making sure that we are very attention about our savings, right? It's not that we don't give. It's just we got to make sure that we're in a position that we can give without no regrets. We can give more, right? We can give more. And I understand we can't give from an empty pocket, because some of you are giving and your house is not first, and now you're sitting there with the lights off. Now you don't have car insurance because you're trying to make yourself look good by giving, but you wasn't in a position to give in the first place, right? God understand, right? For us to say it, right? So we gotta get busy, right? So you guys, that's all that I have. It's the last day of the month. Again, get the money controller planner. It's simple but effective. It's on, let me see what it said. It's on Amazon. And so you guys, again, put in the comment, put on your wall, and then tag me. I can, I will, I budget. I can, I will, I budget. I can, I will, I budget. Man, I'm telling you, everything that we want to do, right? the budget supports it. It tells you if you can and you can't do it, right? Just that simple. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I got a budget to build. I got other people's budget to build. I build beautiful budgets. All right. Bye.